What? Say it again. Okay. Well, there you go. The sound of the week.
Yes, it's our sound of the week. And we also have the word of the week.
Yes.
We've got a couple of words of this week.
We do.
Yes.
We have interesting idioms as well, as always.
Some jokes. We've got some what we think are funny jokes. Certainly Rahim was laughing at them while he was creating.
Jolly jokes indeed, yes. And then after that, we've got word goblins.
We might take a little while on that, mightn't we, Rahim?
Yes.
Might take a little while to pronounce the words, is what I'm referring to. I've got a tongue twister for you, which I think you've already heard, but I don't know whether you've heard the second part of it. So we shall see how you get on with that.
Looking forward to hearing that. Definitely.
Oh, you sound so enthusiastic, Rahim. Sound more enthusiastic.
I'm
scared. Come on.
I'm scared because I gave you a pretty difficult one last time, if you guys can remember. So I'm sure his is going to be just as difficult, and I have to get my tongue around those. Hence why it's called tongue twisters. Okay, it is Name That Sound. Name that sound. Okay, so let me give you...
Name that sound.
Oh, there we go. Name that sound. Let me give you a few clues and let's see if you can guess the sound before we play it. This animal can hop around and lives both in water and on land. It makes a distinct sound, especially during warm nights in summer. It starts as a tadpole and transforms into something different, swims and jumps. Its feet are webbed, making it a great swimmer and hopping on land. It eats insects. Well, mainly bugs and small creatures.
Oh, yum yum. Wow. What a pun percussion that is.
Upon percussion, indeed. I'm thinking more of an amphibian anthem.
A ribbit rhythm?
Or maybe a swamp serenade?
A hopping harmony.
Ooh, I like that one. A hopping harmony. Yes, indeed. If you haven't guessed what the sound is, it's the sound of a frog. Now, this is very interesting. The sounds and how people interpret the sounds from all over the world. So, example, in the UK, the sound is described as a ribbit, ribbit, or a croak, croak, croak.
You sounded very convincing there, Rahim. In Italy, they often say crack, 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 crack. That's how they describe the frog sound.
Yeah. I've heard that one before. Crack, 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 crack. Yes. Oh, in Germany they have something quite different. In fact, it sounds like another animal. But let's see if you can get it. It's a quack, 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 quack.
Sounds more like you got feathers and live on top of the water rather than in the water there, Rahim.
It is true.
In Sweden, it's more like a kvek, kvek, or a kvek, 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 kvek.
It's quite similar to the German one, but more of a sound rather than ah. Oh, in Russia, let's see if I can get this one right. It's a kva kva, or a kvarak, kvarak. Oh, it sounded Russian as well.
Yeah, it did actually sound like a Russian frog, that one. I like that. In China, on the other side of the world, we've got a gua, gua. I don't know whether it's supposed to be slow. Maybe bigger frogs. Maybe they're more toads in China. I don't know. Gua, gua. Actually, it sounds like the toads that I have where I live in Italy. They the big fat ones that run out onto the road when it's pouring with rain and then get obviously squashed and end up loads of squashed toads on the roads. Lovely image there for all our listeners there.
Squash toad. I have a sound from your hometown, Zimbabwe. Now, let's see if you can remember this. Let's see if I can get it right, in fact. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Or they say, guru, guru, guru. Did I hit any memories there for you?
Can't say I remember those particular sounds. To me, it was still more of a rivet or something along those lines. But I don't know. It was a while ago. It was a while ago now that I was there. So maybe they've changed accents. Who knows? Talking about frogs, interesting fact. Do you know how many frog families there are?
Oh, gosh.
As in classification of the number of kinds of frogs. Yeah, apparently there are 54 different families.
54?
459. Yeah. 459 genera of frogs as well. So that means a total of 7,556 frog species. Can you imagine that?
I can't believe that. I find that very, very hard to believe. There's what? 7,500 different kinds of frog species. That is insane amount of frog species. Well, there you go. There you go. You do learn something new every day, I suppose. Wow. 7,500.
Yeah, and that's not including all the lizard type ones like salamanders and what have you. Just frogs and toads.
No, these are specifically
I guess if you go in
the frog family.
Yes, exactly. The ones that hop. I guess if you go to somewhere like Amazonia, into the forests and the jungles of the world, you probably find a lot more frogs. They're certainly more colourful. That's for sure. They tend to be smaller, don't they? They tend to be brightly coloured because they're poisonous. Reds and greens and blues and yellows.
Deadly. Some of them are very deadly. Yeah. Okay, that is phenomenal phoneme time. It is the ing. So yes, it's like the back of your tongue is touching the top of your palate. So the back of the palate, in fact. So example, using the word king, like the King of England. King, ing. There we go. Okay, so it's the sound you make when you say words like king, sing, or ring. It's a special sound you feel in the back of your throat, and it's a bit like ending of the word song. Song. You see, imagine being a king or queen, saying king, king. Make it regal. You see, have some fun with it. Ing, king. With that cool sound at the end. Ing. Practice it by saying words like sing or ring, and you'll sound like a language royalty. Indeed. Shall we have some examples of the ing sound?
All right. How about spring? Spring. After winter,
spring.
We have spring.
Yes, I do like that. Yes, it's definitely a season or a metal coil. Spring. Let's go for another one. How about brɪŋ? Bring me some water. Yes, bring me.
Cup of tea for me, please, Raheem.
Cup of tea coming up, son. Do we have another one?
Shall we swing from tree to tree? Swing.
Ooh, swing. Yeah, like a little monkey. Swinging from tree to tree. Swing. How about strong? Strong as an ape.
Strong as an ox.
An ape.
Okay.
Yeah, strong as an ox. That's correct. Let me try again.
Ape sounds more fun there.
It does, doesn't it? I was going with the swinging part, swinging like a monkey, and I was thinking, what is strong? What is strong? What animal is strong? But yes, an ox, strong as an ox, as the saying goes, strong as an ox. Anything else?
Wing, wing, wing. The wing of a bird on a wing and a prayer.
The wing of a bird. A wing and a prayer, indeed.
Yeah, the wing and a bird.
Or if you wing it. What does that mean? If you wing it. It means if you're not prepared and you're sort of just going off the cuff and seeing how well you do. You're winging it. Winging it. To wing it. Yeah, also. Long.
Not what we're doing at all, Raheem, on this podcast.
No, that's not what we do. We're prepared, fully prepared. We don't wing it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, we have a few sort of verses sounds here. We have, now using the ing together. Banging, banging. Versus banking, banking, banging, banking. What do you think?
Yeah, one of the things that I certainly find with students is that if you can't get the ng sound, and the problem usually is that it ends up being like an N, so ban instead of bang, so you got n instead of ng, so the g at the back of the throat. Quite often I suggest, putting one of the hard sounds, either a k or a g. In this case, we've got banking. So try bank, and then make the shape of the mouth as if you're going to pronounce the k, but you don't actually pronounce it. So bank, and then without bang, and you usually end up making the sound. Works with the g as well. Banging, no, banging.
Let's I'll give you some other examples. Perhaps it's singing and sinking. Singing a song. La 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 la. Trust me, you don't want me singing. And sinking a boat is sinking. No, it's time to call the Coast Guard. Blub, 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 blub. Sinking. In fact, I remember watching an advert about language and how important it is to pronounce correctly. And the small advert, it starts with the German Coast Guard, and there's this gentleman. It's his first day on the job, and he's there just fiddling around with all the buttons and listening to the radio to see if there's any sort of mayday, and a mayday call comes in, which is an emergency call. And the gentleman on the radio was saying, mayday, we are sinking, help, mayday. And the German Coast Guard was like, what are you thinking about? Meaning, he thought he was saying, what are you thinking? I'm sinking. What are you thinking about? So there you go. Pronunciation. Error.
Yeah, exactly. Can change if you don't get it right. Can change the words.
Yeah.
Yes, a bang and a ban. If you have a ban, then you're not allowed to do something. You're banned from speaking, for example. But if you have a bang, well, you've probably got an accident or
exactly banging like the oh, shouldn't be doing that. Oh dear.
Banning.
Stop banging on the table. Who's banging at the door? Exactly. But banning, you're banning smoking in the restaurant. The government banned smoking in the restaurant. They are banning it. Exactly. So there's two different words completely. It's word of the week. That's right. So we have two lovely words for you today. Let's go straight into it. So, the word of the week is serendipity. Serendipity.
Very nice.
Oof. It's a beautiful little word there. So, the meaning, what does it mean? Well, the meaning is the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. Finding something good without actually looking for it. Serendipity. So let's break this word down. Sir, sir, sir. Sounds like serve, serve. The schwa, again with the schwa, sounds followed by the N sound. N. Dip, dip sounds as in dip. And itty, itty, sounds as in city, city, itty. And then altogether, serendipity, serendipity. Right, got a lovely, lovely bit of history on this one here. The word serendipity has an interesting history. It was coined by Horace Walpole, an English author, in a letter he wrote to a friend in 1754. In the letter, Walpole explained an unexpected discovery he had made while reading a Persian fairy tale called The Three Princes of Serendip. The princes in the story were always making accidental and fortunate discoveries through their sagacity, which means wise and good judgment, and also has a good understanding. Sagacity.
It's a nice word, that one.
Sagacity. It's a good word, that. And good luck. Inspired by the tales of the princes of Serendip, Walpole created the term serendipity to describe the ability to make fortunate discoveries by accident. Over time, the word gained popularity and came to signify the joy of finding something delightful or valuable, while not specifically looking for it. Today, serendipity is commonly used to express the idea of a happy and unexpected discovery. Like serendipity, the word. I was very happy when I discovered that word itself. It's a beautiful word. It just rings off the tongue beautifully. Serendipity.
So have you had any serendipitous moments today or yesterday, Rahim? Given that you've just moved house for a
yes, that's
short
right.
period.
I have just moved house for a short period. I'm currently in Milan at the moment, and last night we came across a beautiful Mexican restaurant. So I suppose it was an unexpected surprise. It was fantastic food. And in fact, I did try something I've never tried before. Chicken with chocolate and chili. Now, if you've ever tried that before, yes, I'm not joking. It was chicken covered in chocolate.
Chicken and chocolate.
Chili. Yes, absolutely.
Somebody's gone mad.
An unexpected discovery. I had no idea I would be discovering that kind of a taste. But yeah, that's serendipity. There you go.
Something interesting. Yeah, fantastic. I'm trying to think if I've had any serendipitous moments just recently. Can't think of one. Certainly unexpected, maybe, but not necessarily happy. Probably best not to go down that road. So I've got a word of the week as well. This is a lovely word. It's mellifluous. Mellifluous. Flowing smoothly and sweetly, often used to describe a pleasant and harmonious sound, speech, or music. So, have you heard any mellifluous music recently, Rahim?
Not recently, I have to say.
There's a podcast that I listen to about photography, and he's got this wonderful music. It's definitely mellifluous music. It's a big double bass, the wooden big double bass is not a guitar double bass. Big one. That's definitely very, very mellifluous music. It's very, very nice. Yes, serene and soothing atmosphere. The pronunciation m with the schwa after it, and then we've got l sound, which is a very English sound. Lifl, mellif, and then as in a diphthong, the two sounds that go together. and then a s on the end. So mellifluous. 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 Can we hear a mellifluous from you, Rahim?
Mellifluous. No, mellifluous. Am I saying it right?
Mellifluous. Lewis. As in the
Lewis.
name of a person. Lewis.
Ah, Lewis. Yeah,
Mellifluous.
Mellifluous. Mellifluous.
Very nice. Very nice. Has its roots in Latin. Is a combination of two words. Melis, meaning honey, which I really like associating with the word. And fleur. Fleur, which sounds a bit like fleur, the French fleur for flower. Melis and fleur, meaning to flow. It emerged in Middle English, influenced by Old French, hence fleur, around the 15th century. It was originally used to describe the literal flow of honey. So if you imagine, getting a teaspoon, dipping it into some honey, runny honey, not the solid, like sugary version, but when it's just been taken from the beehive, what's it called? The centrifuge to make the honey. And
that's right. That they put all the honeycomb in a centrifuge, and it just spins it around, and then all that beautiful nectar comes out. Oh, lush! Absolutely,
the golden richness.
Yeah.
Yes, I love honey. You like honey as well, don't you, Rahim?
I love honey. I absolutely adore it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
What I put it in coffee.
I don't put it in coffee. I can't stand it in coffee. But honey in my tea, honey on my cereal, honey on everything else. But definitely not in my coffee. I like my coffee bitter. Coffee. You see, that's the thing. No. I like my coffee bitter.
I can't put honey in tea though. Yeah. Tea has to be sugar. Has to be sugar for me. Okay. Basically, mellifluous, because of that description relating to honey, has evolved over time to describe similar things, usually music or some kind of sound or speech that is very much like that. I was trying to think of certainly in terms of music, Nina Simone springs to mind as kind of a mellifluous singer. Would you agree, Rahim?
Oh yes, it's the tone of her voice. It's very yes. It's very, how can I say, it's one of a kind. It's very sweet. It's very distinct. It's sexy almost, in that respect. It's very smooth. Yeah.
Can we say mellifluously sexy?
Mellifluously sexy.
I like that.
Oh, I do like that. Yes, it sounds great. That's a brilliant word. Okay, very good.
Yes, I think we're becoming a little bit poetic now. It's
the word.
In fact, it
does that to you, you see.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it definitely captures the beautiful, this idea of honey flowing, the smoothness and roundness and what have you. And yes, I like it. There we go. Mellifluous and serendipity. 2 words of the week for you.
There you go, guys. There you go. Interesting idioms. There we go. Right, so we're an interesting idioms part of the show. And boy, do we have some idioms for you. Right, so the first one coming up is bite the bullet. Bite the bullet, you say? What does that mean, to bite the bullet? It sounds quite dangerous, doesn't it? Would you ever bite a bullet? No, I would never bite a bullet. Even though I do remember watching a show where the Russians used to... Was it the Russians? No, it was the Mexicans. It was the Mexicans. They used to take a bullet in their mouth and then down a shot of tequila to show how manly they were. Yeah, very strange. But
I thought that was the worm in the bottom of the bottle, isn't it, of tequila?
Yeah, yes, that's what I thought. But no, I think they do it with the bullet as well. Not nowadays. I think it was back in the past. But Yeah, it was a bullet as well.
Well, who knows?
Could have been just a movie. I'm not sure. I do get confused these days. I have watched many movies in my life. But yes, a bullet with a shot of tequila to show how manly you are. So, back to the idiom. Bite the bullet. What does it mean? To endure a painful or difficult situation with courage and resilience. To bite one's bullet. Let me give you an example. Okay, so facing the challenging exam, she had to bite the bullet and study extra hours every night.
Yeah, she obviously wanted to pass that exam, so decided not to do anything else and just study. She bit the bullet. After an unexpected job loss, he had to bite the bullet and start searching for new employment opportunities immediately. Yes, you don't really have much choice, do you? Particularly if you've got lots of bills that are mounting up. You have to bite the bullet and just get out there and find a new job.
Exactly. It is unfortunate when you do lose your job and you have to get out there again and do that whole process of searching for a new job. So yes, bite the bullet and just get on with it. Another example, knowing that the marathon would be tough, she decided to bite the bullet and train rigorously for several months. Well, of course, training for a marathon is hard work indeed. Wouldn't catch me doing that.
Yes. But you've never wanted to run the marathon at all?
Well, no, I mean, in my youth, I did half marathons with not much training at all, to be honest. It was very painful, and I did train like for a couple of days, but not half as much as I should have.
A couple of days?
No, I've done half marathons before.
Not half?
Yeah, a couple of days.
That's just crazy. That's just mad.
Disgraceful.
I did the disgraceful. Yes, yeah. Don't take any advice from Rahim for training for the half marathons. I did the. I always wanted to run. It was one of my bucket list items to run a marathon, and I tried many times to get a free ticket. They do a ballot for the London Marathon every year. And I never got in, and then one year I did. I had to put it off that year because for some reason I couldn't do it. I can't remember what the reason was. But yes, I did the London Marathon in 2006. And I ended up training. I bit the bullet and was training from the marathons in April. And I started seriously training 6 months before that. So from, I think it was about October time actually I started. And yes, I was trudging down, up and down, left and right, all the streets in the centre of London training for the marathon. But it was fantastic. I was exploring London. I was running through parks and places that I'd never actually been to and probably will never go to again. There was all sorts of fascinating discoveries I found. And the best bit, I remember the best bit was training at night. Because in the winter is practically dark all the time, isn't it? So in London, but running at night with all the lights and less traffic and fabulous, really good. Anyway, that's a marathon. Do we have another example?
Didn't you say that there was a movie from 1975 or something called Bite the Bullet? Or remember that?
Yes, yeah, you're right. Bite the Bullet. Yes, it was an American Western film that was released in 1975. Never seen it. Just in the research came across it. Some interesting actors though in it. Gene Hackman, James Coburn, Ian Bannon. Maybe you've heard of those. Well, yes,
Gene Hackman. I mean, he was massive in his day. I remember first being introduced to Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor in one of the Superman, the first Superman movies. Oh, I was hooked on those movies when I was younger. But yeah, Gene Hackman, Lex Luthor, my first Lex Luthor, definitely. Yeah. So the phrase "bite the bullet" has historical roots and originated during the era of battlefield medicine. So here we go. Here's why we say bite the bullet, particularly in the 19th century. Okay, so in times before anesthesia and modern pain management. Soldiers undergoing surgery, oh no, or medical procedures were often given a lead bullet or leather strap to bite down onto to endure the excruciating pain. So, one, it's a bullet that could go off if you bite too hard. Well, I don't know, but it's possible. And the fact it was lead, so that's not very good. There you go. There's the history behind it.
No. Another idiomatic phrase, bite off more than one can chew.
Ooh.
So if you take on more than you can actually do, so, you say you tell your boss, hey, I'm going to do all of this stuff. And then you realize you just haven't got enough hours in the day to actually complete all the work. You have bitten off more than you can chew. Couple of examples. She volunteered for 3 committees and a major project at work, but soon realized she had bitten off more than she could chew.
There you go. Starting a new business while managing a full-time job. He realized he had bitten off more than he could chew.
Yes, we know one or two things about that.
Yes, we do.
Taking on the responsibility of organizing the event and handling all the details, Jane found herself biting off more than she could chew. Oh dear, I hope the event went well in the end.
Yes, exactly. I hope Jane sorted that out. In an attempt to impress her boss, Emily took on multiple assignments simultaneously, only to realize she had bitten off more than she could chew.
Yeah, origins of this particular example are not exactly clear-cut as other idioms. But it's likely that it came from the literal act of trying to chew more food than you could actually comfortably chew. Probably, you know that feeling when you're really, really hungry and you just see the kebab or a pizza or whatever it is that you really like, and you just want to stuff it inside your mouth and just like get it all down you, and then you can't chew because there's too much food in your mouth.
I know this feeling too well. In fact, I know this feeling too well. I love food, and it's one of my favorite hobbies is to eat food from all over the world. Yes, no, I'm one of these people. I just sometimes put too much food in my mouth, and my partner says, "You look like a hamster. Why don't you just slow down?" I'm like, very good. I can't help it. I just can't help myself. If it's good, it's good, and it's going in my mouth. Oh dear. Jolly jokes. Oh, do we have
jolly
jokes for you today, my friend? Oh yes, jolly jokes. Okay, guys, the jolly jokes section. We have some sort of one-liners, really short jokes for you. Let's hope you can get them. And just a point, if you do not understand the jokes, why not write a comment and we'll get back to you and see if we can explain it to you. Why not? I mean, some people don't understand the jokes. I mean, sometimes I don't understand jokes. So it's nothing to be ashamed of.
You and me
exactly.
both.
There you go. See, there's proof. Right, let's start with some jolly jokes. Okay, I'll go first. Why did the Scarecrow become a successful stand-up comedian? Because he was outstanding in his field. Oh dear.
He certainly stands in a field a long time, that's for sure. What do you call a snowman with a six-pack?
Oof, no idea.
An abdominal snowman. Boom, boom.
Good one. An abdominal snowman. I like that one. All right, going to the next one. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Bit of a geeky one there.
Yes, they're in every single corner of the universe, don't they?
Indeed.
How do you organize... Well, this is linking into the last one, I guess. How do you organize a space party, Rahim?
Space party? No idea.
You plan it. You plan it.
Okay. How about this one? Why did the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired.
Too tired, yes. Unless it was a three-wheeler, then it certainly wouldn't have fallen over, would it?
Good point.
Anyway, what did one hat say to the other hat?
No idea.
Stay here. I'm going on ahead. I'm going on ahead.
Oh, I see. Yeah, stay here. I'm going on ahead. I got it.
Ahead.
There we go. Play on words.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay. Now, if you guys have any jokes that you want to share with us, and if we find it really funny, we'll say it on our podcast. Why not? Why not? So bring it in. Write your jokes. Write your little one-liners, your little jolly jokes, as we say. And if they're good enough, we will put them on air. For sure. For sure.
Word goblins.
Word goblins. Yes, indeed. Goblins. And boy, do we have some goblins for you today. Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah, what's the theme
for
today?
The theme for today is the longest word. Oh, yes.
Longest word. Okay.
Exactly. I think we have two, don't we? Yes. So let's start with the first one. Oh, gosh.
Two longest words?
Yeah, well, you know, there are many long words. I think I've got the longest word, which is not used in common conversation. And I think that you have one of the longest words that is or can be used in conversation. So let's start. So mine, the longest word in the English language, according to most dictionaries, is pneumono ultramicroscopic silico-volcanoconiosis. Oh, yes. So, what does...
How many letters is that?
That is a 45-letter long word. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good one.
Quite a word, isn't it?
I don't know. Try using that in a conversation. Goodness me.
Try writing it.
Try writing it, yeah. Well, try saying it.
Good spelling test.
Yeah, exactly. Spelling bee. All right, let's go into what does it mean. This technical term refers to a lung disease caused by inhaling very fine silica particles. Specifically those emanating from volcanoes. While this word is recognized as one of the longest, it is not commonly used in everyday language, like I said before. Now, Roger, what do you have for me today?
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Oh, wow.
28 letters long.
How many letters, sorry? How many letters?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a 28.
28 letters.
28 letters long. Yeah, it's got two prefixes, anti and dis. So if you take those off, then you've got establishmentarianism. So it's anti-disestablishmentarianism. Referred to, or rather meaning in opposition to the disestablishment of state-supported churches. In other words, when basically the state is saying, hey, I don't recognize these churches, I'm going to disestablish them. This is against that happening. So anti-disestablishmentarianism is the movement to actually stop people saying that the churches, or not recognizing churches, basically. Religions, I guess, in general. Particularly applied in the past to the Church of England, which has had a certain history, but clearly quite not used in everyday conversation.
Well, no.
Only the word geeks amongst us.
Yeah, it is a long word. It is a long word, but I mean more used than mine, I suppose. Mine is very specific. You know, it's to do with this sort of like lung disease,
indeed.
A specific kind of lung disease. Only caused by silica particles from a volcano. So you need to be in close vicinity of a volcano that is emitting silica particles.
Then anti-disestablishmentarianism, we've got an ism on the end. Ism is basically a system or theory. So lots of things that end in ism is a kind of system or a doctrine or a theory about something. So we've got feminism, for example, is a theory or a system about being feminine.
Feminism.
So,
yes. Ism.
Other isms you can think of? Ism.
Let me think. Fascism.
Yes.
Oh, no, that one. Fascism. There we go.
Right, Rahim. I have a tongue twister for you. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm scared. Tongue twister time. Okay, go on. Hit it.
Now I haven't got this written down. I haven't got this written down in front of me, so I'm doing it from memory. You've heard this before, okay? So let's see how you do with it. Here goes. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Well, are you going to try it?
Oh, was that it? Oh, sorry. I was expecting something else. So, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Is that right? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Oh, let me try again.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Oh, God. Is it a peck of pickled peppers?
Yes, exactly. Peck. P-E-C-K. Peck of pickled peppers.
Peck. Okay, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. That's a blah, 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 blah. That's a... There
is a second part to that, though. I don't know whether you know it. So we've got Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Oh, my goodness me. Oh, gosh. No way. Go on, break it down.
You're really not going to have a try at that?
Yes, of course I will.
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers...
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers...
Where's the peck of pickled peppers?
Where's the peck of pickled peppers?
Peter Piper picked.
The Peter Piper picked. Goodness me. I would have to write that down. Wow. Thank you very much, Roger. Yeah. What a tongue twister. Yes, I knew you'd get me back.
And if you want to try it out for yourself, listeners, then go to our blog on our website. It'll be written down there. Or you could just look it up, do a search on the internet, Peter Piper, tongue twister, and you'll certainly find it. If you have a chance, record it, send it to us on one of our social channels, and we'd love to hear some of your examples. Maybe we'll even hear some in the future.
Absolutely, and if they're good enough, we're going to put them on air. Absolutely, and we're going to try ourselves, most definitely. See if we can get it done in live as well. We're not allowed any practice. That's the whole game behind it. You got to do it live. Oh yes,
exactly,
very good.
Exactly. All right, thank you for tuning in to our phonetics podcast journey. We hope you've enjoyed unraveling the fascinating world of sounds and pronunciation with us. If you found value in our discussions, don't forget to subscribe for more linguistic adventures.
Yes, keep honing those impeccable phonetic skills, and until next time, speak with confidence and joy. Happy listening, and may your linguistic explorations be as vibrant as the myriad of sounds we've uncovered together. Bye-bye.
Ciao for now.
Bye, guys.